This is Pele, one of the greatest players of all time, except there's just one problem. How can you be the best if you've never played in Europe? So today we're taking Pele and putting him in the Premier League to find out if he can beat the best modern day teams and change history forever. But after joining Arsenal in his first season, Pele has a chance to make history. No pressure, you got this, Pele. And he did it. Pele has just broken the record for the most amount of goals in a Premier League season. Except if he wants to be the greatest player of all time, he's gonna have to do better than finishing 4th. And finally win a Champions League over Lionel Messi. But it's only getting harder as Ronaldo takes his talents to Real Madrid to form one of the first super teams to get in Pele's way. But that will come later as Pele starts his 2nd season, playing even better than he did the year before, leading the league in goals and sitting at the top of the table. But come the Champions League knockout rounds, there was another problem. The only team playing better than Arsenal is Barcelona, led by Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi. Everyone is expecting these two teams to meet in the Champions League final, but while Messi and Barcelona cruise past their competition, it won't be so easy for Pele, as he finds himself up against Cristiano Ronaldo and Real Madrid in the semi-finals. But even though Pele is playing well, he's not good enough to beat Real Madrid on his own. And if he ends up losing, can we really put him in the same conversation as Messi? But as the second leg begins, Arsenal was able to hold their own against Real Madrid until the 84th minute. Come on, Pele, we need something big. What a move. You're through. Go for the sweat. These teammates, man. But just 3 minutes later, someone's got a step. He's through on goal. What a finish. And it seems like all the hype for Pele has fallen flat. He's getting eliminated and embarrassed in his own stadium. But to make things even worse, Messi would easily beat Ronaldo and win his first Champions League trophy. And right now, Messi has the advantage, but fortunately for Pele, help is on the way. Because Pele would convince a player by the name of Angel Di Maria to stay away from Real Madrid and join Arsenal instead. Nobody knows it yet except for him, but one day he's going to score one of the most important goals in football history. But for now, he still has to carry the team, leading the league in scoring for a 3rd season in a row. And normally that would be enough to win the Ballon d'Or, but he keeps falling short. Messi, Ballon d'Or, and Champions League, Pele, nothing. But it seems like he's been robbed because he easily carried Arsenal through the Champions League, and unlike last year, he would have no problem getting through Real Madrid in the semi-finals. But the same could be said for Messi and Barcelona, as they are set to meet in the Champions League final for the first time, and the game was nothing but spectacular as the two teams are going to penalty kicks. No pressure, Pele, you got this. Bang! I don't know who this is, but I hope he misses. Wow. But we're gonna keep it simple here and go down the middle. Bang! Who's gonna make the first mistake? Not him. But since we went middle last time, let's go top corner. Got it. I think he's going down the middle. Beautiful. Wait, why is the center back taking a pen? What was that? We need a big time save here. That was perfect. But if we miss, we lose. Come on. Having Pele in the Messi era means it's still the Messi era, and he's now walking away with his 2nd Champions League trophy while Pele still has nothing. While his goal coming into this one was to beat the best modern day teams, but right now he can't even take down one. And while he would have an insane season winning the Premier League for the first time ever, he's still thinking about the Champions League. And now entering his 4th season, it's time to get something done. And that's exactly what he does, leading Arsenal to the top of the table and still missing out on the Ballon d'Or to Messi. What is this guy doing? But he doesn't care about the Ballon d'Or because he's after something bigger. Another matchup between the two best players in the world, but this time in the semi-finals. Messi is undoubtedly the best player in the world after winning back-to-back Champions Leagues, but after 2 terrible losses, Pele would have the edge. And he even takes a 3-2 lead after the first leg, but even then, going back to Barcelona against this super team, it's not over. And of course, with his back against the wall, Messi would dominate. I don't like this. There's no way he's on sides. Referee. But being down 2-0 and losing 2 years in a row, Pele isn't going down without a fight. Look at the space. What are the defenders doing? Let's go, Pele. But now Messi has a chance to put this game away. Oh no, he's through again. He missed. But just 10 minutes later, Pele takes advantage of Messi's mistake. Oh, take it yourself, Pele. You can't trust these teammates, man. Bang! Ending Messi's comeback in his own stadium, and now moving on to the Champions League final against Chelsea. Another historic team consisting of Drogba, Cech, and an up-and-coming Lukaku. It's not going to be easy, but after everything Pele's gone through the past 3 years, he would dominate this game, scoring some of the best goals in Champions League history, eventually winning his first Champions League trophy in just his 4th season, now only being one behind Messi and Barcelona. It's a huge deal and a great achievement, but he can't celebrate just yet, because with Bale joining joining Ronaldo at Real Madrid, there's another super team on the horizon. But before we get to that, this is a crucial moment for Pele. While Pele is constantly improving, it seems like Messi is now in a rough spot. The golden era for Barcelona is coming to an end as they are starting to decline, which means while they are trending down, Arsenal is trending up. And that would continue into the Champions League as they get smoked by Arsenal. And it seems like Messi's era of dominance is coming to a close because Pele has made it to 2 straight finals. And just like last year, asserting his dominance. Go Pele, take it yourself. I genuinely don't know what they're doing, but good shot. And getting his teammates involved. Pele, take it yourself. Wait, he's on the back post. What was that, Di Maria? Which means Pele has just won his 2nd championship. He started off extremely slow, but he's bounced back, officially taking over Messi and Barcelona's golden era. But we still have the 2013 season, which would mark the first season where Di Maria had more goals than Pele, officially making him Pele's sidekick and one of the best duos in the world. Because despite the fact that Pele has still never won the Ballon d'Or, the duo would dominate the Champions League and meet Messi in the semifinals, with it being pretty clear what happens next. In real life, Messi was unreal just coming off of his 91 goal season, but Pele is here now and is the new favorite to move on to the finals. And that's exactly what he did, as he would not just score a hat-trick in the first leg, but putting on a masterclass in the second leg to head to his 4th Champions League final. He would now be heading to Madrid to take on Cristiano Ronaldo, player well known for his athleticism and physicality, and an interesting contrast to Pele, who plays more finesse. But at the end of the day, Pele is the favorite coming off of 2 Champions League wins in a row and is looking for a 3rd, and he would get 1 step closer to doing so by taking a 3-2 lead. But in the 70th minute, I don't know what he's doing here. That's too easy. And just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, if we keep him out there, he can't hurt us. Where did that come from? But now it's the 90th minute, and if Pele doesn't do something, it's all over. Last attack, Pele takes space. Wait, what are you doing? Oh my god, it worked. Beautiful. But once again, Pele finds himself in penalty kicks. I hate pens so much. Start us off, Pele. Bury it. Bang. If we could get a save here, that would be huge. Ronaldo, what was that? This is huge. Top corner. There it is. Sergio Ramos is so shook right now. Let's go. But it's not over yet. We can't mess anything up. Good job. But if he misses, Pele wins. These guys are awful at pens. Becoming Champions League winners for the 3rd year in a row. But even though Pele was tasked to take down the super teams, he ended up making one himself. And at the same time, the 2 players whose legacies were affected the most, Messi and Ronaldo, are not giving up that easy and are soon going to make some noise. How they are going to do that remains unclear, but it starts with Cristiano Ronaldo having the best season of his career, nearly breaking Messi's 91 goal record. And while that was happening, Messi was doing the same, but this time with his new teammates, Suarez and Neymar. And by the time they met up in the semifinals, something very expecting happened. Neymar, watch out. He's coming for you. Are you serious? Of course he gets injured, but Pele can't worry about that now. I didn't even see that pass. Someone please step. These guys are too good. But just 5 minutes later, this is the exact same position as before. Did Pele just get sweated on by Messi? That had to have pissed him off because in the 90th minute, he hits the ball a little too hard. Pele, you're through. I don't even know what to say. Which means we now have a very familiar matchup between Messi and Ronaldo. And despite the fact that Madrid would win, it doesn't stop them from making 2 major upgrades. And with James Rodriguez and Toni Kroos joining Real Madrid, Pele has now gone from winning 3 straight to an underdog. And he's facing his toughest challenge yet. And because of Real Madrid's dominance, it seems like he won't be winning the Ballon d'Or anytime soon. But the pain wouldn't stop there because they would match up against an Atletico Madrid team that's been playing out of their mind, yet somehow they force penalty kicks. How does this man always end up in penalties? And he's starting off beautiful. I think Griezmann is going top corner or the moon. We have the advantage. Just play it safe, Ozil. Good job. But is this guy gonna do what Griezmann did? Jeez. All right, we can do that too. Good. I'm kind of worried after that last one. That's just crazy. But we still have the advantage. Di Maria. He missed. I don't like this at all. Yeah. If Pele wants to win, we need to score here. There we go. And it all comes down to this. Scazzeni in goal. And the crossbar. If anything, that's not a good sign, because if Arsenal struggled against Atletico Madrid, what's going to happen when they play Messi or Ronaldo in the final? And while it wouldn't be Messi as Ronaldo was able to get past Barcelona, it would wind up being the combination of Ronaldo, James, and Kroos that would absolutely demolish him and Arsenal to win another Champions League trophy. And it's safe to say that Pele and Arsenal have fallen off. They used to run the league, but now they are being overshadowed, which wasn't a good sign, as former Barcelona player and manager would sign with Manchester City. City and pose a serious threat to Arsenal in the Premier League. But while we're on the topic, it's important to note that one of Pele's teammates, Di Maria, is frustrated with the team's performance and is threatening to leave the team after his contract expires. And it might not be long, as he only has 2 years left on his deal. But there's still some hope, as Arsenal is second in the Premier League and going into the Champions League semi-finals. And as you can guess, they're going up against Manchester City for the first time. But even though Pep Guardiola showed extreme promise in his passing and technical ability, they were still missing a scoring presence up top, allowing Pele to cruise to the finals. But the real issue is going up against Real Madrid. Can Pele really beat a team that is that good, especially with tensions being high with Di Maria? But just 4 minutes into the game, go Ozil, find Pele on the back post. You missed that. And that miss would come back to haunt Pele, because just minutes later, Ronaldo isn't shooting that, is he? That's insane. But now it's Di Maria's turn. Di Maria, you're through. What is wrong with this team? And with Ronaldo winning his 3rd Champions League in a row, just like Pele, it is now time to find out who would win the 4th and final Champions League. And this is the last matchup between the two, as Ronaldo is set to leave for Juventus after this season. The season would start off with Pele leading the league in goals, but come February, they were still in second to Manchester City. And even though City hasn't had much success in the Champions League, they are still someone to watch out for moving forward. And with the pain of last season on his mind, Pele made it look easy, storming past everyone to get back to the Champions League final against Ronaldo and Real Madrid, who are trying to win an improbable 4 straight titles. And the game would start off similarly to last year, with each team trading goals. But come the 75th minute, Di Maria steps up. That's a great ball, but there's no way he's on sides. Wait, why would you pass that? Oh, he scored. But in the 90th minute, this game is far from over. Please blow the whistle. How is he so open? Why does he keep going to pens? Start off on a high note. Dang, Ronaldo missed the last one. He did it again. All right, Pele. Beautiful. If Ramos misses 2, never mind. Arsenal's just got to keep doing their thing. Let's go. Oh no, it's Bale. He missed. And if Arsenal scores, it's all over. He's done it. With that penalty, Pele officially ends the Ronaldo era, sending him to Juventus. And with the team's recent performance, Di Maria decides to stay, which is essential because their next competition is taking on Man City in the Premier League. But with the momentum from winning the Champions League and a new challenge on his mind, Pele would have his best season yet, winning his first ever Ballon d'Or and finishing first in the Premier League. But the only thing they couldn't do is win the Champions League, which was very concerning because after getting eliminated in the quarterfinals, Pele was starting to show fatigue. And similar to Messi in Barcelona after Pele's 5th season, he's in a rough spot. As Arsenal is starting to decline, Manchester City and Pep Guardiola are on their way up, which would show next season as the team underperforms completely, finishing 6th in the Premier League in the first season with their new manager. And now Pele has to make a decision, with Di Maria threatening to leave again, Man City on an incredible run, and Pele entering his 13th season. After all, he has won the Champions League 4 times, the Premier League a number of times, and has had an incredible career. But there's just one trophy that would keep him going: the World Cup. The World Cup. The World Cup. And even though Pele would finish his last 2 seasons in average form at the middle of the table, he has one last chance to cement his legacy as the greatest of all time by beating his old rivals Messi and Ronaldo once again and winning the World Cup for the first time ever. How he would do this is unclear, but it starts by him not being alone, as he is joined by both Neymar and Vinicius Jr. But there's just one problem. Since this is both Messi and Ronaldo's last World Cup, it's not going to be easy. But thankfully, Pele doesn't have to play them in the group stage, and the new trio would get off to a fast start, finishing first in their group and storming all the way to the semifinals, where they are set to face off against Portugal with Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, and Bernardo Silva. But Ronaldo is still mad about the last meeting he had against Pele, and with it being his last World Cup, he starts off playing unreal, scoring 2 goals in the first half, forcing Pele to respond with 2 goals of his own. But in the 112th minute, something unexpected happened. If Pele scores this, he advances to the World Cup final. Just over the wall. And bang! And with the win over Portugal, it seems like all the hype is back for Pele. But even though he's in his 14th season, he's playing some of the best football of his career, which is necessary as he is going into the most important game of his life. Everyone has been expecting this matchup since the start of the World Cup, and finally it's Pele versus Messi in the World Cup final, with the winner being cemented as the greatest of all time. But unlike last game, it would be scoreless going into extra time, and we would see the most intense 20 minutes of the tournament, with Messi creating a chance for Di Maria. Di Maria's through on goal. What in the world? But now it's Pele's turn. He found Vinicius Jr. Take the shot. That's exactly what Di Maria did. And after both of their teammates let them down, it's time for the GOATs to take matters into their own hands. He has so much space, with a teammate by his side, but instead he takes it himself, 1-0. But Pele isn't going down without a fight, because in the 120th minute, Vinny find Pele. He's through on goal. Last goes for the angle. Tie game. And it only makes sense that the biggest moment in both of their careers gets decided by penalties. Pele is up first, and in the biggest moment of his career, he does it. But so does Argentina. Neymar has the weird run up, and it works. But with the chance to take the advantage, Argentina ties it up again. Just don't mess this up, Rafinha. Bang. And it's Messi. He missed. He never misses. Richarlison to take the lead. Emi Martinez. And now it's Di Maria's turn. He missed too, just like Messi. And if Vini scores this, Brazil wins the World Cup and Pele cements himself as the greatest of all time. He's done it. And Pele wins the World Cup, becoming the greatest player of all time. Not only did he take down the best super teams in the modern era, but he took down the best players, sending both Messi and Ronaldo out of European football. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, you'll like this one. Peace.